Last long. Visit acres.com for all the details. That's AKRS.com. Restrictions apply. Offer July 31st, 2025. Subject to financing. Offer may change anytime without notice.
Mike, the insurance company wants us to replace the roof.
Wait, what? I thought everything was fine.
Yeah, it says right here our roof is too old and they won't be able to cover us anymore.
I guess it is 15 years old. Hi, I'm Austin with Roofing Service Company. We help homeowners with their roofing and siding projects. Financing options are available, and we can get you under a new roof no time at all. If this sounds like you, visit roofingservicecompany.com. That is roofingservicecompany.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
Hi, folks. The weather is for sure heating up, and Coppel Chevrolet GMC is following suit. The discounts are really as good as they've ever been. $14,500 off list price, or 0% financing on select new models. Folks, you heard that right. Smoking hot deals at Coppel. $14,500 off list price, or 0% APR. So take that short drive down 144th Street or at koppelcars.com. STK number G269520. All deals with trade-in and approved credit.
A lot of businesses say they're family focused, but when tough situations in life arise, the business wants anything but your best interests. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring, and they will always treat their employees like family, just as they do their customers. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring Class A and B CDL drivers, a shop tech, and a diesel mechanic. If you're looking for a career with a company that goes above and beyond to value you and your family, apply today at jamesenterpriseinc.com or call 402-432-6740.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red.
This is On the Block with Nebraska Basketball Hall of Famer and 9-year NBA vet, Eric Strickland. Nebraska Football Hall of Famer, Jay Foreman. Middle school basketball coaching legend and Duke basketball shooting coach in his mind, Austin Orman. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Sponsored by the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. This is On the Block with Eric Strickland, Jay Foreman, and Austin Orman.
That it is. Welcome into a Thirsty Thursday edition of the show. Got the whole crew in effect. I'm Austin, joined as always by the Husker Hall of Famers, Jay and Strick. Stricky, baby, good to have you back. Jay, welcome back to the crew.
What's up, man?
Back to the party.
What's happening?
Yeah.
Oh, you know, training camp's around the corner. College football training camp is around the corner.
Yeah, man.
College football's around the corner. Major League Baseball starts again tomorrow. All sorts of fun stuff is going on.
It's about that time, man. It's about to be on and popping.
Yeah, I just thought about it. The NBA starts in September.
Mm-hmm.
Training camp. God, we should start.
Month and a half.
I wouldn't have minded it, to be honest, because it was like everything was shrunk down into a week
When you play.
Yeah,
but y'all used to practice hard for 2 or 3 days.
Right.
2 or 3 times.
Yeah, like for at least 5 to 7 days
before you even get a game.
Whew. Man, you was wore out, bro.
Yeah. That's the way that we used to be when we were in training camp. Like, you be just survival mode. You just hope you make a couple plays. So now they get days off.
Right. I got a
days
question.
off.
What's it like for the pink slip type? Like, I don't know what y'all call it,
whatever that card that's sitting in your locker that you need to come meet with the coach. Like, what's that like when you're a young fella waiting to see?
Oh, the cut down day?
Yeah, don't they? Then I was watching what's that
Depends.
show? Back where they go into all the training camp and
Hard Knocks?
Hard Knocks. And I was watching them, them young fellas. They come and they, hey, I'm sorry, young fella, you need to pack your bag.
Yeah, they don't. Well, it depends.
What's
on
it
the
like
team.
now compared to back then?
Oh, they probably
used to
send
drop
like an
that
email
slip
or
on
something.
you.
They probably give them a text or something. They on some group chat. But yeah, it's
Or nothing. Their iPad just doesn't work anymore.
It's rough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they turn that iPad in, young fella.
Yeah, back when I mean,
It was like the
Coach, my iPad's not working. I'm trying to watch film. I can't see it. Oh, yeah, you're off the team.
And then I think it also depends if you're a veteran or a rookie. If you're a rookie and really ain't got no chance, they just kind of be like, ain't even nothing to say. I got released twice in my career. So the first 7 years, first couple years, I'm on pins and needles. I'm playing good, but, I ain't like established yet. So then I went 7 years and obviously, couple contracts. It was a little bit different for me. I was established veteran and I was hurt and it was a contract thing. I ended up, they essentially it would be like a buyout essentially in the NBA, like for your NBA. So it's a little bit different. But man, I'm gonna tell you, I think I forget the dude's name. I remember being in Buffalo. I would never forget this, man. And you know what the date is. And the NFL is different because, they need everybody for training camp. So it's usually when I played, it was after the third preseason game. And then you play the fourth. And then you can make the initial roster. And then they can pick up guys. And then Wednesday, when you're a veteran, you set for the whole year. So kind of sometimes with you guys. I remember being up in these dorms, strict, and you doing all right. And first preseason game did okay. Made a couple of mistakes on defense. Did decently on. You got to make the team on special teams, but you barely scoring points in the preseason, so you're not getting a whole bunch of chances on kickoff. So it comes down to practice. So there was this cat they signed. He played at University of Buffalo. This dude was he was yoked up. He looked like he just came out of like Mr. Olympia. And he didn't have a lot of technique, but like when he want to just debo some cat, that was it. It come right at him. He going to make some noise, but he couldn't pick up the nuances of the game. So we were suite mates. You just have like two suites and then.
At the 4 Point Sheridan?
Not that cool. Okay. Yeah. But suite mates, then in the middle, you got like two sinks and stuff like that. It's dorms, right? So, everybody kind of looked out for each other when, so you don't miss early morning meetings and stuff. And then, you drink so much water, then, you go to the bathroom middle of the night. So I, did my normal thing or whatever.
Yeah, roommates too.
Yeah. So, and then next thing you know,
are they usually from your room?
Nah, it's just rookies.
Oh,
the vets got their own place.
Oh,
when I was a rookie, like the vets, they had their own, like Bruce Smith had his own 2-sided suite. Thurman, like when you're a rookie, you huffing it.
Yeah.
Because you coming with minimal clothes.
We had that too, yeah. Yeah.
Man, I wake up in the morning, go knock on old boy's door. Nothing. Not like, you sometimes you hear people wake up and I'm like, dang, I don't want to be that dude, because you don't want to leave them hanging. So let me go in here, finish getting ready, and then I hit him up 10 minutes later. Nothing. So I'm like, well, dang, is he at practice? The brother left at like 3 o'clock in the morning. Deuces.
Dang.
So you ain't have to.
Yeah, would that be like a Nightmare on Elm Street? Like, you like in that dream where you think, Freddy coming to get you, like, you know what I'm saying? No, for real, 3 o'clock in the morning? That's
hold on. He didn't get cut. He just left.
Oh.
But I've been right next to the dude. And I'm gonna tell you, like when I was
you talking still the rocked up dude?
Yeah.
Okay.
But when I was in Houston, I was a captain, and like I said, after the fourth preseason game, you kind of have it, and then they would, Houston, they would bring in dudes like they got cut from somewhere else, bringing in dudes from Cincinnati. Now I gotta give a shout out to my man Steve Foley because he ended up being a dog. Well, they cut this cat while we were in team meetings, like from me to strict.
Wow.
Like hit him up, and I went up to Dom and Charlie. I said, "You can't do that, man. You got more class than that." You got some more dick because we had, they practiced us. We had lunch, break, lift. So you knew you was cutting him because them dudes has been on the scene. You could cut them 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah, all that. Yeah.
So they changed it now. You see the Hard Knocks. They have conversations. Well, that ain't how it be.
That's for TV. That's for TV.
That'd be
for TV.
Yeah, a couple of boys be like, "Hey, man, it didn't work out. We'll give you a good recommendation. Call Cindy at the front desk. She'll get you your flight home."
Wow.
That's how it usually go with dudes like that. I never experienced it, but I know plenty of, like I know Rick Spielman and all them. I mean, they'll talk to you or whatever.
Yeah.
But they just.
I for me, it was we had come out of practice and he came in there feeling, I can't remember who it was, but he came in there, he's feeling some kind of way. And man, I'm out. Like, what you mean? He's like, yeah, man, they cut me. I was like, oh man. So you try to be nice, you dap them up and, try to.
You never know when you see it because I always felt like you want to, be there for them because a lot of times, at least the guys, so there's a lot of guys that should have made it that didn't because maybe contracts are just didn't time up right. But you never know when you'll be in that position.
Yeah, because we didn't have the D League at the time. So we didn't,
Then you just in the gym. You at the crib, right? Yeah. So it's no different than when I guess the only real time I could say that I got necessarily cut is when I got traded. And now I gave Tom Donahoe the business. I said, bump you, and you. Holla. Right. And the main reason was strict is because I got taped for practice. Because I called. Because I said, hey, look, man, I know you signed a dude. Because look, there wasn't none on the internet. I read it. I read it on KFFL, and it came out 3 days after the combine.
Yeah, I didn't like it because I got traded in some bumped up situation. But I know we got to get to the show, man. This is good, but we can hear those in another time. But
Hall of Fame story hour. Yeah, you want to sponsor it? You want to make it on the regular? Hit us up, 402-464-5685. Fellas, quarterbacks that Nebraska is going to face this year. The Athletic came out with their quarterback tiers, and I crunched some numbers, not very hard, but Nebraska is going to face, let's actually start with Dylan Raiola. They rank him as the number 40 quarterback in the country entering the year. Now, that is number 40 out of, let me scroll back down to the bottom,
136,
like
130.
136 of them. Yep,
Yeah.
Stricky got it. 136. So that is a top quarter of the country quarterback, which not bad.
Puts him in the middle.
Or top third, I guess. Top third, a little before the top third. Kind of top of the middle, like Strick is saying there. According to The Athletic, Nebraska will only face 4 quarterbacks ranked higher than Dylan Raiola. One of them's Drew Aller. One of them's Nico Yamaleva, who The Athletic has at number 19. The other one is in Nebraska's first game. Brendan Sorsby, they have as the number 20 quarterback in the country. The only other one ahead of Dylan Raiola is Mark Gronowski at Iowa, the transfer up from South Dakota State. Not exactly a murderer's row of quarterbacks that The Athletic says are better than Dylan Raiola, right? You know what Drew Aller is at this point. We'll see if there's another step forward in him. Sorsby was pretty good last year, maybe a little bit under the radar. But Nico, we've gone over his stats on this show and others. Good against the bad competition. Kind of fell apart when it came to playing anyone with a pulse in the SEC. And then Gronowski is the up transfer. Had some NFL draft looks, right? Had those conversations. I'm a fan of him. I think he's pretty good. But if you'd have told me that Nebraska is only going to face 4 quarterbacks that rate better than Dylan Raiola, I might have been a little surprised entering the year.
Yeah, I mean, they don't play Illinois, right?
They do not.
Yeah, Cincinnati is one of them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cincinnati, UCLA,
Penn State.
Iowa
and then
State.
Iowa's guy is ranked right next to Dylan Raiola, just one spot ahead. So you miss Indiana, you miss Ohio State, you miss Oregon. And how about this? Bryce Underwood rated number 50 coming in as a true freshman for Michigan.
That's high for a true freshman.
That is pretty high.
If Dylan's 40.
That's tier 5, right? No, tier 4 still.
Yeah, still tier 4. So this is how The Athletic broke down their tiers. They have Dylan at number 40 and a tier 4 quarterback. He says, or the writers say, some in tier 4 are young, unproven starters with high potential. Others are veterans who have flashed great talent but hit performance or injury speed bumps somewhere along the way. Does that sound like Dylan Raiola to you?
Yeah, it's still unproven, I think. I think it's just an unproven. He's a starter that's unproven, and I'm sure he'll be looking to make the leap. How far that leap is, how far up the tiers he goes, is going to depend on how he performs. And
Yeah, I mean, he's a young, he got a tremendous amount of talent, potential, opportunity. You just don't have enough game tape to put him up any higher. And, generally those lists just look at stats. So, I think he had 13 touchdowns, 11 interceptions.
Mm-hmm.
And so then you just got to if he improves upon that and then Nebraska does better, then it'll be interesting how if they would ever go back and rank the list at the end of the season.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's marginal. He could, based on their rating metrics, I think you could say that he's probably tier 3. You probably say he's 3.5.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like
he's kind of there.
Yeah.
Trending up to 3.
Trending up to 3.
Maybe.
Yeah, because if you read tier 3, it says most teams will be happy with a quarterback of this caliber. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, they rank
right?
96 other guys behind Dylan.
Right.
So yeah.
most okay, great ability and a solid body of work. There's where you probably could say, maybe shaky.
Mm-hmm.
You could come in on that one. But to kill that last sentence was a comma. It did not a period, but it's a comma just to kind of give you a little space for vagueness in it. It says, but they have some flaws. That's where then I say, yeah, okay, he fits that. On their best days, they can be great, comma, but there can be an underwhelming moment or two. This is where I say, based on what I've seen over the course of last year with Dylan, I could say that fits there too. That's why I could say he's probably 3.5.
Bada Bing brings up an interesting point. Now, rate Dylan's freshman season, considering that they had to change offensive coordinators in the middle of the season. That's where I wonder if the Athletic copped out to tier 4. They only got a 3-game sample size with the OC coming into the year, because I think that tier 3 and the fact that they ranked him number 40 ahead of 96 other quarterbacks would tell me tier 3, right? Most teams would be happy to have a Dylan Raiola for who he is right now and what he can become. But then I do think he fits tier 4. Young, mostly unproven, potential, right? I think that's the other word too, is that I don't think any of us in this room, I don't think any of us at this station would say Dylan Raiola lived all the way up to his potential in terms of outcomes on the field last year.
And that he's flatlined or he's hit ceiling, or I don't think I've seen that with him. I think just watching him, and Jay could speak even more on that, but I think he has footwork issues that he needs to tidy up on, decision-making issues, different things like that.
And that's our next segment. So let's pump the brakes on Dylan right there, because that's our next conversation. What will it take to get Dylan Raiola from tier 4 to tier 3, or maybe even tier 2? Looking at the rest of the quarterbacks on Nebraska's schedule, though, there's a lot of tier 3, a lot of tier 4 in the same range as Dylan Raiola. According to The Athletic, Drew Aller is the only tier 1 quarterback that Nebraska will face. Tier 3s are Sorsby and Nico. Then it's a bunch of tier 4s and tier 5s. You look at Bryce Underwood in tier 4, Aiden Childs within a stone's throw of Dylan Raiola in tier 4. You have Preston Stone at tier 4, the Northwestern guy transferred from SMU. Jaden Mayava at tier 4, all the way down at number 54. That one kind of surprised me. And then, of course, Mark Gronowski. And Jay, we'll start this one with you. Tier 4 is kind of middle of the road. It went on the Jay Foreman 1-7 scale. So 4 is saying, yeah, you're middle of the road. Most teams would like to have you, but not everyone. I think for a defense that, I don't know if it's rebuilding, but certainly reloading, facing a slate of quarterbacks where it's not you're facing a top 10 guy every other week, right, in the country. And there are plenty of talented quarterbacks on Nebraska's schedule. We'll see about Underwood. Childs has to prove it. Maryland got a power conference transfer. Minnesota's guy's been in the program. Preston Stone has played. Mayava did some really good things against Nebraska last year, and Gronowski's the record holder at the FCS level. Those guys might not have the name recognition in the top 10, but I don't think it's such a challenging slate of quarterbacks that this defense will have an excuse to be, poor against these quarterbacks. I know there's more to it than just the quarterback, but I think for a second year defensive coordinator in John Butler, it could have been a lot worse in terms of the quarterbacks Nebraska could face.
Yeah, I think they, I wouldn't say lucked out, but I think it's a good opportunity for them to get that, that winning feeling, that success, and getting off on third down. I think right now, where they're at since they lost so much with, Ty and Nash and the transfer portal guys and Tommy Hill too when they had him, is that, this team, you can't expect it to be rinse and repeat because you didn't have the depth that you were able to display last year. So now it's going to be week by week. And so on paper, it's a great opportunity to take advantage of not only the schedule, but then the personnel that you're going against. The hard part is you got to go out there and execute, and you have to be able to do that and have some sort of sense of reality of, we're playing Northern Iowa, we're not playing Georgia, but we have to go out there and execute and prepare and play as if we're playing Georgia. And then also have success, enjoy it for whatever, 24 hours, and then start over, because I think every week, every game is going to be a challenge. Not that they can't overcome it or meet it, but it's something that they are all going to, most of the players, I'm just trying to think right now, besides like Hartzog, Buford, Singleton, maybe, Javen Wright, but even him some, they're all going to be really going through this together. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I mean, so, I think they can do it. There's no doubt about it. And they, have some, guys in the transfer portal. Now they got to really go out there and really execute and turn it on, because as much as it's easy, the hardest thing to do is go out there and complete the mission.
Mm-hmm. My question is this, with a good portion of Big Ten quarterbacks in that mid-tier 3-4 range, what does that mean for the conference? I don't think it means nothing, to be honest, because I think there's some forms of bias in here. Here's why I say that. I don't think, how is it that you get to the point that Arch Manning is tier 1?
Already.
Right now.
I agree.
You see what I'm saying?
1,000%.
So that tells me a lot about, like, really, what are you getting at here? Like, to throw him at tier 1 this quick in the game, questions on that. Second is, I watched Kevin Jennings' body of work. How did you come to the realization that he's tier 1? You see what I'm saying? So then I start to look at, you have Sam Levitt. Then I start to look at, you just chose quarterbacks that led playoff teams in a lot of instances here in these situations. Not all, but I can see where a lot of biases come in on that point of it. That's what throws me off as to, can we really take this in, totality of what it is?
Yeah, no, I think you're spot on with that too, Strick. I mean, Luke Altmaier, if you tell someone that he's a top 10 quarterback in the country, would probably laugh at you. The Athletic has him at number 13. But for what Illinois asks him to do, he's turned into the perfect guy for Brett Bielema, with enough arm talent, enough game management ability, that I would make the argument that Luke Altmaier should be ahead of Arch Manning, maybe even ahead of Josh Hoover, right, who put up better stats than Altmaier did. But I think Altmaier clearly led Illinois to more team success than TCU.
Or even Carson Beck.
Potentially. Right? Now,
he's done it.
I think, seriously, though.
Right.
The last way to look at this tier ranking in terms of the quarterbacks that Nebraska will face, sure, we can go by tiers, but the other way to look at it is returning starters and experience. Nebraska won't face many young, unproven guys. Obviously, Bryce Underwood, we'll see what Houston Christian does, but Bryce Underwood is a freshman. Maryland's guy, Justin Martin, has played in one career game at UCLA.
Nico's the question for me.
Well, and then you have Minnesota breaking in a new starter in Drake Lindsay, the presumed starter. Other than that, every quarterback on the roster has at least 1 year of starting experience,
but see,
if not more.
See, here's where my question is for Nico. Iamaleva.
You listening?
Right? Here's what mine is he basically had a tremendous defense last year, but when it was time to show up in big moments, in big games, to make big plays, he didn't give me that. You had talent on the offensive side. And you can tell there was frustration out of the receivers, sometimes
Josh
out of the offense,
Heupel.
right? So going to UCLA, I don't think he has the same talent level. I mean, I'm saying
arguable,
as far as to throw to and to get the balls to. So them windows are going to shrink. So that's where my eyes is going to see who he really is now that he's at UCLA.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, when you look at some of these guys on there, like I like Miller Moss from Louisville. I felt like Lincoln Riley pulled the plug too early on him.
But I didn't hate it for Maeva. Maeva impressed me a little bit.
Yeah.
He's pretty good.
In what sense?
A big arm, can run, made plays against the veteran Nebraska defense last year. Moss is more prototypical, pocket passer that you think of for USC, but I really think 54 is a little disrespectful to Maeva.
Yeah, but I think his best game was against Nebraska. I think it's set up coming off a bye week. I'm not taking anything away from him. And he was an established starter before at UNLV.
Mm-hmm.
But I also think when I think of Miller Moss, I look at it, what he did after replacing Caleb Williams. And then he was your starter before that. And really, after that first game for defensively, they started to fall off periodically. Like, we want our defense in Nebraska to periodically get better.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got to think there was some job hot seat talk for Lincoln Riley.
Mm-hmm.
And then next thing you know,
that's not going away this year.
No, but what do you do in a bye week? Well, let's blame a quarterback. Right?
That's what it looked like to me.
And then so you pull him. I just think he's better than 43, but he hasn't proved himself. And then I do agree. I think 54 is too. We're both right.
Mm-hmm.
And when you go around and accumulate quarterbacks like this, you can do it so easily. That's why the transfer portal for quarterbacks, you better be getting a month-to-month apartment when you go places.
Right.
Because very quickly, you think about Arnold going to Auburn. He was the savior.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't last 5 games.
No.
Yeah. So you just never know.
Speaking of the savior, Dylan Raiola. Strick, you started leading us into that conversation. That's where we're headed next. For Dylan Raiola to take the leap from Tier 4, according to The Athletic, what does he have to improve on? How close is he to knocking on the door of Tier 3 and beyond? We'll answer that when we get back to On the Block.
Follow Austin Strick and On the Block on Twitter at Austin Orman, eStrick20, and On the Block 93.7. More of On the Block coming up.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Are kids better off in an intact family? You bet they are. This is Joe Cordell of the domestic litigation firm Cordell & Cordell. Kids living in a household with married parents do better in school, they're emotionally healthier, and they're more likely to stay out of trouble with the law. If you're in a troubled marriage, of course you should do everything you can to save your marriage, if only for your kids' sake. This includes considering alternatives to divorce. Of course, in some circumstances, divorce is unavoidable. In either case, if you're a man facing a crisis in your marriage, let us help you at Cordell & Cordell. Remember, we're the partner men can count on.
The attorneys at Cordell & Cordell work to help men maximize their role in their children's lives. Contact the domestic litigation firm of Cordell & Cordell to schedule an appointment with one of our firm's Lincoln area attorneys, a partner men can count on. Online at CordellCordell.com. That's CordellCordell.com. Office in downtown Lincoln, Cordell & Cordell, 1221 N Street, Suite 801, Lincoln, Nebraska, 68508.
This July, Acres is celebrating the birth of our nation. The fireworks include the opportunity to save big with great pricing on our late model John Deere ag equipment. Plus, you can lock in interest rates as low as 1.9% on select used John Deere planters, tractors, sprayers, and combines. Red hot rates combined with our explosive discounts make July the perfect time to buy and save. Don't wait. These deals won't last long. Visit acres.com for all the details. That's AKRS.com. Restrictions apply. Offer July 31st, 2025. Substitute financing. Offer may change anytime without notice.
A lot of businesses say they're family focused, but when tough situations in life arise, the business wants anything but your best interests. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring, and they will always treat their employees like family, just as they do their customers. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring Class A and B CDL drivers, a shop tech, and a diesel mechanic. If you're looking for a career with a company that goes above and beyond to value you and your family, apply today at jamesenterpriseinc.com or call 402-432-6740.
Hi, folks. The weather is for sure heating up, and Coppell Chevrolet GMC is following suit. The discounts are really as good as they've ever been. $14,500 off list price, or 0% financing on select new models. Folks, you heard that right. Smoking hot deals at Coppell. $14,500 off list price, or 0% APR. So take that short drive down 144th Street or at CoppellCars.com. STK number G269520. All deals with trade-in and approved credit.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
Now back to On the Block with Eric Strickland, Jay Foreman, and Austin Orman.
We're talking college quarterbacks here during On the Block. Would love your thoughts on the conversation. 402-464-5685. Old Dad 34, 9209, Augie, John, and Cortland, and Bada Bing. Appreciate you all chiming in. We'll get your thoughts here moving forward. Fellas, again, the Athletic did kind of a breakdown of its own tiers, which I think, to straight to your point, certainly biased in a lot of ways. But then it looked at guys that could potentially rise up the rankings. Number one, they have CJ Bailey at North Carolina State. Julian Sayin at Ohio State, who they rank number 32. DeMond Williams Jr. at Washington, all tier 4 guys so far. Jackson Arnold, Jay, a guy that you brought up there, he's at number 35. Austin Simmons from Ole Miss, who started no games last year, but did lead a touchdown drive against Georgia. And then at number 6, Dylan Raiola. Here is the Athletics write-up on number 6, Dylan Raiola. There was only one true freshman quarterback who threw for more yards than Bailey did last season. Yes, it was Raiola, who started all 13 games for the Cornhuskers and completed 67% of his 410 attempts for 2,819 yards, 13 touchdowns, and 11 interceptions.
That's the problem.
The 6'3", 230-pound former 5-star recruit finished 40th among all quarterbacks last season in efficiency. The question going forward is whether he and Matt Rule will be able to lift Nebraska's football program back to glory. Yada, yada, yada. I don't really love that for an explanation of what it is that Dylan Raiola has to do. That just tells me Dylan Raiola is kind of in here as a throw-in, that I don't think these people really believe there is a big step forward for Dylan Raiola to take compared to some of the other guys who they gave some more thoughts on. Strick, you started giving a rundown. If you're Dana Holgorsen, Matt Rule, what are you looking for out of Dylan Raiola in terms of improvement for 2025?
Well, you want to see his decision making. I think, and I'm not talking about him in a comparison. I'm talking about what you want to see, right? And you saw that, like, for example, Shedeur Sanders at Colorado, right? You want to see his progressions, decisions, and then the efficiency in hitting windows. You don't want to see missed opportunities like we saw in some losses. That record could have been significantly different.
Illinois and Ohio State really come to mind.
Right? So you want to see progression on that. So you want to see that touchdown interception ratio be significantly better. You want to see it upwards close to 20, if not over 20, and then down into the 3-4 range.
At least single digits.
Right? I think if you're getting close to 10, I think that's you're still the same. Even though you've raised it by 7 and you've dropped it by 3. That's still not a good spatial differential.
That's 2.5 to 1, which isn't elite, but it's a step in the right direction.
Well, that's what I'm saying, though.
Yeah.
So this gets into the question: if that's the case, then what we just talked about off air, we're not going to get into that. But what we talked about off air, then that's probably looking more like to what we were just talking about. Don't think we want to share that because we don't want to put no bad juju in the mix or nothing like that. So we're not going to really talk about what was specifically said. But I think if that ratio is at 5 or below, that means your decision-making is really well. That means your receiving core is getting some space. That means you're making decisions and you're hitting your marks. And that's where I think, for me, it was bad footwork, sometimes throwing off back foot. Wasn't as bad as what we saw with Harburg sometimes,
Just
airing,
all arm, yeah.
all arm airing it. I think his technique is fine, but I think he had a little bit too much Mahomesy without the fundamentals. So if I see him get to Tim Duncan, then
Big
I'm
fundamental, yeah.
Then I'm going I'm going like what's going on there.
Yeah, I think it just. I mean, that's a good point by Strick, and I think a multitude of things. I think the biggest thing for him is just the small things, right? And he knows it. And the good thing about it, he knows it. So it's now you know it. Now you just got to go do it. In order to be a consistent player, quarterback, especially for me, I had to do it as linebacker. You had to, when you're walking to practice or getting your mind right to go to the facility, it has to be on your mind every single day. It's no different than Strick. You working on a move, or you got to get better at something, or shooting or passing or whatever. You have to constantly work at it, and that's where the consistency will come from in your footwork. Why is it important? Under pressure, what you train to do will come out.
Yep.
And I'll say this: if Dylan gets to, say he has 2,800 or 2,819 again yards, 20 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. Here's it's 2-1. Now I'll tell you this: all interceptions aren't created equal. If you throw it and I
in the red zone,
but you throw it in my hands, I don't secure the ball. It goes to Strick. Is that really on Dylan?
Right.
No.
I think about the one that Nair had in his hands and then didn't fight for at the end, right? I think about the miscommunication with Fedoni against Indiana.
No, I think the biggest thing that Dylan probably wants to get rid of is just experience of the UCLA interception or making the
Really
easy pitch and catch at numerous times. And it's not that he didn't know where. See, the great thing about it is versus like Jennings for SMU, Dylan knew where to go. It's just getting used to big boy timing. That's what this whole offseason should be. So if he gets better at the little things, all the stats don't matter.
Yeah.
Because what on the byproduct of that is a better running game.
Yeah.
You got to think Emmett didn't really get some real touches in his mind
until
late.
Yeah.
So if you marry that with a legit running game, listen, if you get a legit running game, and you got 13 and 11, then we got to have a real
problem.
Then you're Iowa.
Yeah.
I think also to add to that, Jay, is that I want to see is the body language.
Yeah, and that's every young player, right?
Yeah. You know, that's why I'm talking about progression and going up, and that's one of the things I think I've talked about with why I loved baseball and why it was good for me to have played
basketball,
right? Because I'm able to. Hey, listen, that happened. It's not about that happening. It's about what I'm going to do next.
Yeah.
Because if that happens early in the fourth quarter, it turns into a score. But now I've got a late fourth quarter drive. If I'm still thinking about what transpired, my body language, it affects tightness. It affects, you know what I mean? My shooting. You know, if I was shooting, you know, I wouldn't shoot with the fluidness.
You're not in the flow state.
Right.
Yeah. And sure, I want to ask you something about that because I know what the answer is, but I want you to articulate. How do you stay in that type of mindset? But then where the younger generation is always, they don't recognize it. You get what I'm saying? They just move on. Like you put it in your mental bank and then keep moving on versus they just move on. Talk about the difference, because if you don't recognize it, right?
Yeah.
Then that's how it comes back later versus recognize it. Then you're like, okay. I remember the last time we played the New York Knicks and I came to the corner and they blitzed me. I got to stay out of that corner versus like, I'm going to keep going to the corner and see if I can make something happen when it ain't going to happen.
Well, I mean, you explained it right even there. It's different. It's different because like you said, there's a different mentality that's associated with it. It just happened. I don't care.
That's it. That's what
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. That's
okay.
Yeah.
That's that move on. I don't care, and that's when it'll pop back up on you at some point.
Yeah.
Whereas, like you said, mental bank it, but don't get lost in it. So you always got to stay in the present.
Yeah.
You have to stay in the present, not in the past and not in the future. Right? You have to stay in the present of the now. That's the same thing as of stepping up in a free throw in the late game is no different than stepping up to the free throw line in the first quarter.
Yeah.
As long as you're staying in the present.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
As long as all you're thinking about is mechanics, U-ball rim.
Yeah.
Plain and simple.
Yeah.
Is it possible to simulate big boy timing and windows in the offseason?
Oh.
Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, VR, walk around with the
Jaden Daniels
with the thing on.
With the VR on. But yeah.
You can
I would put the VR with 95 Huskers and them DNs and them blitzes and them linebackers. I would be in there. Everything would be 95 Huskers coming at me. And I'd be watching Peyton Manning. Happy feet.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
That's a good point, too. Defense doesn't seem like it's going to be as strong this year. I think last year was a really good group for Dylan to work against. Not saying this year is going to be bad, but I think as a freshman getting that crash course from even that Nebraska defense, which isn't to the 95 level, don't get me wrong. This fall coming out of camp, I want to hear a lot more, offense is really clicking early.
I think the biggest thing you need to do in order to get big boy throws or to get significantly better is that you got to spend a lot of time together, right? Working on your craft together.
What about nets? You know what I'm saying? Like timing nets.
What do you mean?
Okay.
What do you mean by nets?
Nets, or similar to what the pros do at the NFL All-Star, where the things are moving and you got, head down, stuff moving, hike, 1, 2, boom, you got to hit it.
Yeah, you got to have, you can set up different like guard man things for basketball. You use them, they use them for football. Where the hands and knowing where to throw certain routes with hands up. The biggest thing is detail, right? Is okay. So say I'm the quarterback. Strick, you're an X, and Austin, you're a Z. Your build and your catch radius is different than him.
That's a fact.
So on the same route, I have to throw the ball different to you than to Austin.
Mm-hmm.
When we talk about memory bank, like stuff that's how you get to where you want to go.
Yeah.
Build a catalog of reps that you can rely back on.
Well,
with muscle memory.
You know it. If you got Ja'Cory Barney against Jay Foreman, he's like, dude, I'm gonna throw you open. You might have to cut that out route
or low.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Or and you know what? Then you need to get, if it's 5 yards, we need to get you 5.5, and it's coming right on you to body catch.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you want to look at somebody that did that perfectly with different types of receivers, it's Tom Brady.
Mm-hmm.
Julian Edelman, Wes Welker, Randy Moss, David Gibbons, Deion Branch, Gronkowski, to what the crazy dude was, Aaron Hernandez. Running backs.
Yeah.
There's different the way you throw a swing pass or a screen to Emmett is different than Ives. It is, because he's taller. Emmett's different. They come out of their breaks different. They run routes differently. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how you get the big boy throw. Because when you get out there, and I know I got to throw a back shoulder fade and strict 6'3", right?
Yeah.
I know. And you going against a corner, and then there's another thing where you got to really dive into the details, is if the corner is 5'10", you 6'3". That ball, you got to get it up high.
You got to go get that, baby.
But you going against Joey Porter Jr. when he was at Penn State, who's 6'1".
Yeah.
Okay, now we got to get you back on the hip.
Or Richard Sherman.
Sherman. You got to be in the pocket.
Yeah.
Those are the things, man. I'm telling you. I experienced it. That dang Kevin Falk, boy. I swear I had him locked down. I don't know. I still don't know how they got that ball in there. I wanted to kick him, too. That's my boy, Kevin. I was mad as heck. He lay on the ground. He had his whole tooth in his mouth. He's like, I got you. Looking like a juvenile.
Yeah.
Back that thing up.
How important is it for Dylan Raiola to hit 3,000 yards passing this year?
I think it's important. I think here's why I think that's important. I think it's important because you're showing you've exceeded what you've done. But more than that, you should, if you have running game, because your play action game, you should have some deep balls.
Yeah.
And probably, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, man. You're gonna be able to make some
reverse there, Strick.
Right.
Balls,
right.
But
that part. Stuff like that. That means you're making big plays when they should. I mean, because real talk, let's be honest. Nebraska's running game back in the day, and I'm not talking about it reminiscent of back in the day. So Don't jump in the inbox or on the text line. Oh, you always talking. No, I want you to understand my point. The running game was so good that at times when Tommy Frazier would hit that dive and he would go 2 steps and then drop back, the tight end would be so bucket naked that if you didn't hit him.
Yeah. That's the hardest thing is to hit the open dude.
Right?
It's like hitting a wide open layup. Yeah, a wide open
Right?
layup to win the game. You're like, oh,
man.
Yeah, I think
so that's what I'm saying.
3,000 is probably important. I'd probably like to say I think overall depth wise, I think this receiving core is better.
Tend to agree.
Is that more talented, right?
Tend to agree.
I think he'll throw for more yards because you should be more familiar with Dana Holgerson's offense, who likes to. I mean, over time he's thrown it pretty dang good.
Mm-hmm.
And I think now versus last year, when at the beginning of the season, I think Emmett's a more dangerous passing threat out of the backfield. So you're going to get more yards that way.
Yeah.
So it's going to be more than 3. It might look different. It could be the same stuff, but look different. Or be
to you, Austin, what type of balance do you think you're going to see out of this offense with that type of talent? What do you see? 60-40, 50-50?
I think he's going to start like 53-47 pass run. I don't trust the run game. I don't. I think it does creep up a little bit higher to closer to 60-40 by the end of the year.
What you think?
I think you're going to get a heavy dose of run early.
Mm-hmm. Put it on film.
I think the best way to get the confidence going is to line up, if you can, and punch somebody dead. There is no thinking.
Yeah,
double team, ISO block, hit the hole.
Yeah, no zone.
No, we just coming straight up at you. Ready, break.
Right.
Yeah, so
I like that.
I think it might be 60-40 early, then get back to 50-50, and I think it's going to be game by game. I mean, I don't think you're going to be able to just line up and bowl over Michigan. I think you're going to have to run against them maybe in like third downs in ideal situations.
I think you got to give their eyes.
Don't be afraid to run it.
I think you got to give their eyes something to. That's always been my problem, Austin.
Football, basketball, you name it. That's what we talked about.
I'm like, listen, give me something for my eyes to twinkle on. Some misdirection. It was so bland. I was telling myself, this is what I couldn't stand about Iowa's offense. Watching it. Yes. It was so, I said, bruh, I could read those route combinations coming straight just on the field and ain't been in any type of practice or watching film.
You know,
it was so basic.
You want to know why? We played it in PlayStation in the dorms.
Right.
Those are the same. They were still running X route. They still running them X routes. Remember from the first match? X route.
Yeah.
Pro right X.
Oh man, it was so basic.
Yeah,
I couldn't stand it.
I think for their run game against tough teams, I think you're gonna have to move and shift and then run different plays. I think they're, obviously with Pritchett and Rocco and Justin Evans, and then obviously Lutovsky, you got the size to be able to get some movement. I think how you view a good running game against a top-notch run defense is different than you view it against a Northern Iowa or Cincinnati or somebody that's a little bit lower.
Mm-hmm.
So then I think that then you'll hopefully get to 55-45, whether it's run 55 or vice versa.
I have these stats. I don't know if I can find them before we have to go to break, but I will make sure I find them at some point in the near future, what the numbers have been for Dana Holgerson in his career. Let's go to break. We're going to play the shootout with Strick when we get back, except it's going to be Jay Foreman on the hot seat. Stricky took home the win on Tuesday. Pressure's on Jay. Call now, 402-464-5685. Hit us up in our Honda of Lane hotline. Play the shootout with Strick, wrapping up hour 1 of On the Block.
Download our app by searching for 93.7 The Ticket in your app store to stay in touch and listen all day wherever you are. More of On the Block next on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Saturday. Eagle Raceway is open for a full season of dirt track racing action every Saturday night. Don't miss the epic battles on the high banks of Eagle Raceway each Saturday between the Nebraska Septic Sprint Cars, Nebraska Lottery Modifieds, Avid Realty Sport Mods, Valentino's Hobby Stocks, and A1 Iron Stock Cars. Let's go racing. Eagle Raceway, just 10 miles east of Lincoln on O Street. Check out the full schedule at eagleraceway.com.
seems like just the other day, I was building my first house. I've seen many changes to our building market in Lincoln. It's been a fun road.
Bob Benish is the founder and president of Aspen Builders, online at aspenbuildersinc.com.
We hear this a lot where I don't want to live in a cookie cutter home. Well, let's come up with some answers on what we're going to build, where we're going to build it, and what it's going to cost. One thing that we started doing early on was we started building neighborhoods. I'm a firm believer in character in your street and in your neighborhood. I like choice. I like variation. I like maybe something a little bit different in a neighborhood that you don't see in every neighborhood. I think it's great to have choices, its uniqueness, and I think that's what gives a neighborhood character. And I think that's what we've done over the years.
Make your dream home a reality and call Aspen Builders at 423-6811, online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your home is waiting at Aspen Builders.
Tune in to live coverage of Big Ten Media Days from the Mandalay Bay Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas, July 22nd through 24th on 93.7 The Ticket. Join Derek Pearson, Jay Foreman, Nick Sainert, and Austin Orman as they bring you exclusive conversations with Big Ten coaches, players, and sports media professionals while getting you ready for the upcoming college football season. Big Ten Media Days coverage is presented by Advanced Medical Imaging, Stevenson Smith Construction, Currency, Warhorse Casino, Gary Michaels Clothiers, and League One Volleyball.
Empire Netting and Fence delivers top-quality netting and fence solutions. From major sports venues to backyard installs and everything in between, coast to coast. We take on tough jobs with grit, integrity, and a strong commitment to safety. Empire is growing, and we're hiring motivated people ready to grow with us. We build each other up, and we're building something big. Think you've got what it takes? Apply now at empire-fence.com. That's empire-fence.com.
At Fairway Meat Market, you're family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Fairway has fresh cut meats, seafood, cheese, wine, and spirits, and a friendly staff that's always ready to help you find what you need. Stop by Fairway Meat Market today to plan your weekly meals in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
I'm Karen Carr. I've been a realtor for 31 years. When I made a company change 12 years ago, I chose Lincoln First Realty, now NP Dodge. It's the oldest independently owned realty company in the country. Since becoming NP Dodge, we've continued our tradition of community involvement. Our management and staff are always available to offer support in marketing, technology, social media, and educational opportunities.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
It's time to play Shootout with Strick. Call now, 464-5685, to take your shot against Eric Strickland. Shootout with Strick. Brought to you by Buffalo Wings and Rings.
Time to play the game!
That it is. The game is the Shootout with Strick, except that Jay Foreman's playing today. Austin, Jay, and Strick with you. We're headed to our Honda of Lincoln hotline, where we welcome in Neil. Neil, how are you today?
Good. How are you guys doing?
We're good,
We're
Neil.
doing good, Neil.
Thanks for calling in.
You're facing the one-time lost champion.
One lost champion? How many times have you even done it?
We've been playing for a few months
About
now.
20. I'm 19.
20?
I'm 19-1.
I don't even know the subject, but I think I got you. Let's see what's up.
Well, Jay doesn't know the subject either, but it is going to be NFL free agency. So who did dude sign with? So Neil, hold on the line. We will get Jay his questions, and then we will get to you. Don't forget, Strick is a lifeline for one question. Make it loud, make it clear to get Stricky to help you. Jay, your round of the Shootout starts here in 3, 2, and 1. Which team did quarterback Zach Wilson sign with, the Dolphins or the Cardinals?
Oh, that's easy. That's the Dolphins. That's Jake Sorensen's
Which team
brother.
did wide receiver Brandon Cook sign with, the Ravens or the Saints?
Strick? Lifeline or
Brandon Cooks. Ravens or Saints?
Saints.
It was the Saints. Which team did defensive tackle Grady Jarrett sign with, the Bears or the Seahawks?
Bears.
It was the Bears. And which team did defensive end Hassan Reddick sign with?
Oh man, we was just talking about that dude. Carol, no.
Did not get it off. Do you care to guess anyways?
I can see it, man. I don't even know.
Tampa. Right division. Tampa.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. All right, Neil.
Dang.
3 to tie. You need a 4 or more to win. You ready for your round?
Yep.
All right. Starts here in 3, 2, and 1. Which team did defensive end Joey Bosa sign with, the Bills or the Patriots?
Bills.
Yep. Which team did cornerback Charvarius Ward sign with, the 49ers or the Colts?
Oh, man. 49ers.
It was the Colts. Which team did linebacker Isaiah Simmons sign with, the Packers or the Raiders?
Packers.
It was the Packers. And which team did defensive end Von Miller sign with?
I just seen this. Oh, my gosh. Chiefs.
Redskins.
You
Shoulda
didn't
used
use your
Ricky.
lifeline.
Shoulda
You
used
didn't
Ricky.
use your lifeline, Neil. You lost it on that, my man.
Stricky.
Man. Neil, a valiant
Jay, give me
effort.
some.
Thanks for playing. Try again soon.
Jay, you better get up.
I was thinking about that,
Stricky
man.
came through.
Stricky came through
Stricky came
today.
through.
That
Off the
happened
bench.
like yesterday.
Yesterday.
That's
Strick is
crazy.
here. The Strick is here.
That was close, Jay.
I can't
That was
believe I got
close.
Hassan Reddick wrong. Though.
That was close.
Jay, I knew that one too.
That came across, man. I was up looking at that, and I was like, I don't know how that's gonna work.
It's on Dan Quinn to figure out. All
Man,
right.
he don't even look good now. You know, he need to go back to Buffalo.
What did he do for Buffalo?
He had 6 sacks last year, coming off injury. It was just 2023 when he was having some issues
Okay, fair enough.
on
All
and
right.
off the field.
Stricky, number 1 through 10. What you got for me?
7.
Stricky says 7. All right, texter number 7 with the right
No
answer.
crap.
Over, under, or push. Jay Foreman's answer will win the $30 to Buffalo Wings and Rings. All right, Jay. Levante David signed a 1-year contract with the Tampa Bay Bucks over the offseason. How much guaranteed money will he get from Tampa Bay for this upcoming season?
Oh, they $10 million.
Jay
They gave him
says
10.
$10 million.
All
402
of it.
464 5685. Texter number 7 with the right answer. Over,
Shoot.
under, push will win the $30 to Buffalo Wings and Rings. When we get back, Thirsty Thursday topic pong, courtesy of Myers Cork and Bottle. Kevin's not in the house, but Joe hooked us up, so we'll sip, we'll imbibe, we'll talk some sports, and plenty more ahead. Hour 2 of On the Block.
Follow Austin Strick and On the Block on Twitter at Austin Orman, eStrick20, and On the Block 93.7. More of On the Block coming up.
At Fairway Meat Market, you're family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Fairway has fresh cut meats, seafood, cheese, wine, and spirits, and a friendly staff that's always ready to help you find what you need. Stop by Fairway Meat Market today to plan your weekly meals in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
I'm Karen Carr. I've been a realtor for 31 years. When I made a company change 12 years ago, I chose Lincoln First Realty, now NP Dodge. It's the oldest independently owned realty company in the country. Since becoming NP Dodge, we've continued our tradition of community involvement. Our management and staff are always available to offer support in marketing, technology, social media, and educational opportunities.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
Tune in to live coverage of Big Ten Media Days from the Mandalay Bay Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas, July 22nd through 24th on 93.7 The Ticket. Join Derek Pearson, Jay Foreman, Nick Sainert, and Austin Orman as they bring you exclusive conversations with Big Ten coaches, players, and sports media professionals while getting you ready for the upcoming college football season. Big Ten Media Days coverage is presented by Advanced Medical Imaging, Stevenson Smith Construction, Currency, Warhorse Casino, Gary Michaels Clothiers, and League One Volleyball.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports is quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Summertime is here, and you know what that means. Grilling season. You know what's more embarrassing than an overcooked piece of meat? Your dirty, disgusting, and grimy grill. Let the pros at Husker Grill Cleaning get you ready for grilling season. They'll take your grill apart piece by piece, scrub every inch, and reassemble it so it can look and perform its best. Visit their website, huskergrillcleaning.com today to schedule your appointment. Husker Grill Cleaning, serving Lincoln, Omaha, Malcolm, and more.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
It's never too late to start protecting your company's data from cyber attacks. Your customers put their trust in you to keep their information safe from online threats. Don't let them down. Partner with Hamilton Business Technologies to get real-time threat monitoring, advanced security protocols, and experts who monitor it all for you. We care about the success of your business and the communities you serve. Hamilton Business Technologies. Real people, real technology solutions. Connect with us at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Don't miss the 8th annual Wing Fest on Saturday, July 26th at Haymarket Park from 5 till 8 p.m. Local restaurants will be serving wings from 5 to 7 p.m. with live music going until 8. Ice cream and beverages will also be available for purchase, and all the proceeds from the event will go to benefit students in the local community. Get your tickets today at wingfestlincoln.com and make sure you attend the 8th annual Wing Fest at Haymarket Park on July 26th.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Load up on meat and more this spring at The Mercado by Certified Piedmontese, with great selections of T-bones, tomahawks, ribeyes, filet mignon, brisket, sirloin, and so much more. The Mercado has locations at 84th and Havelock, 30th and Yankee Hill, and now 85th and Old Cheney in Lincoln, where you can have $2 draft beer every Thursday night from 4 to 8 p.m. and half-price espresso drinks on Fridays from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Get to The Mercado today for the best meat in town.
While folks love all of Hog Wild's award-winning barbecue options, many have a real soft spot for the Carolina pulled pork sandwich. Hog Wild serves their tender, slow-smoked pulled pork on a soft bun and piles it high with tangy coleslaw. There's nothing else on the menu like it. The added bonus? You get to have a side dish like curly fries or baked beans. Order online at GoHogWild.com. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, 3210 Cornhusker Highway in Lincoln.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
Why wait until Friday to start your weekend?
Go ahead, start right now.
You're thirsty now, and 93.7 The Ticket is here to help you stock up.
Just in time for the weekend when I like to hit the clubs.
Time to broaden your horizons and try some new wine and beer. It's Thirsty Thursday with Kevin Meyer from Meyer's Cork and Bottle.
Well, there is no Kevin Meyer in the house. Missed him for the last couple weeks, but a big shout out to Joe down there at Meyer's Cork and Bottle, corner 13th and South. I texted Joe.
That's my main man right there.
I had a fun discussion with Joe when I went into the store. Shout out to him for that.
I was just talking about
he's salt of the earth, straight up.
He's a solid as they come.
It's true.
Yeah.
Can't confirm.
Kevin too.
The whole crew
Full
over there at Meyer's Cork and Bottle. Just even if you have questions or concerns or thoughts or considerations or wonders, they'll talk you through it. Yeah,
that they do.
I like that.
We will start off, fellas, by drinking the wine. I think that's going to be a little bit better, not solely it. The wine, for those interested, is a Caposaldo Pinot Gris delle Venezia. So from Venice-ish region, 2023 says a refreshing and versatile white wine with the taste of the Italian hills in every glass. The perfect wine for weekday evenings or weekend gathering. Sounds like it is meant to be a patio pounder. So that's what we have there. And the first topic comes to us actually funny enough.
I don't want it.
I know it's not a deep red
That
like Ricky
far.
like.
I like it though.
That part.
It's crisp. It's clean.
Come on, man.
It's refreshing.
No.
But our first topic from Joe is about the quality of meals at fast food restaurants. Joe said in the last week, he went to the same restaurant, ordered the same thing. One of them was the best he's ever had. Today, it was really bad.
Fast food, it don't matter about fast food.
How hard is it
would
to get it
say-
consistently right?
No. I would say this. This is why I personally like to go to mom and pops type restaurants, like for the breakfast or the brunch or something, because I know there's a consistency there. Usually it's a family-owned brand. They pretty much keep their people around. They take good care of each other, so forth and so on. Because I've been to some top-notch restaurants. Now, I can honestly say this. The majority of the time that I go to a place like a Eddie V's or something like that, there's some consistencies there, especially like with the calamari, the lobster mac. I can say that. But some places, I'm like, bruh, like, that's why I don't like to just go when I'm hungry, because I'm going to go to what I know there's some consistency at, so I don't get no mismatches. But definitely what I would say,
Eric says not all of us got that strict type money to do that, though.
Cap. So here's the other part. I would also say I don't like going to like fast food restaurants. Dang, he threw me off from my question, because I don't even really eat it that much anymore. But a lot of it too, people like when you see it on TV.
It don't look like that in real life.
It don't look like that.
They put makeup on it.
Hey, catfish. You get catfish.
Boy, you get catfish.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about fried.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's tough, man. That service industry is struggling a little bit. That's why Kevin Meyer Cork and Bottle is also always so good. Great service.
Absolutely. Again, the wine from Myers Cork and Bottle, Caposaldo Pinot Grigio from Venice. It's a white. Stricky ain't about it, but I think Jay and I enjoy it.
Dang!
Sorry, Stricky. Joe picked it. Take it up with Joe.
Put a couple ice cubes in it. Just, go do some stuff around the crib.
I picked it up around 12:45. It's been in the fridge since then. So maybe it's good to be a little more chilled, but that's on me. So
it's a good solid wine. It tastes good.
I would tend to agree.
It's
Stricky,
crisp.
Topic Pong goes to you. What's on your mind?
So 402-464-5685 to the listeners, the blockheads that are out there checking us out today. Those who are not, those who are by radio, text in. So check it. Nebraska has been known for a few things throughout the course that we're hoping to get back to sooner than later. We've been known for being running back U. There's also a period where we've been known for being, Jay, linebacker U. Let's say linebacker DN.
Yeah.
Definitely DN U. Because there was a period where DNs were regularly in the first round. From Broderick Thomas, Neil Smith, and then continued on through Rickstrom, Tomich, and all down through there, right? So right now, you could look at Ohio State as being what?
Wide receiver U.
Right now, the Jets number one wide receiver one is Wilson. Garrett Wilson, right?
Garrett Wilson, yeah.
Right?
Just got paid.
Wide receiver one for the Commanders is
Scary Terry.
Wide receiver one with the exodus of the DK is Jackson Smith and Jigba. Ohio State. Wide receiver one for the New Orleans Saints is Chris Olave. And wide receiver one for the Cardinals is, you already know, Marvin Harrison Jr. And there's another one coming right behind him in Mr. Smith. And when I say Mr. Smith, I'm talking about the Matrix. That's his nickname.
Yeah.
His nickname is the Matrix.
That's Sean Marion.
No! His nickname is the Matrix because who was the guy that walked in with the glasses? Mr. Smith.
Can't believe you're disrespecting Sean Marion like that.
The football Matrix. Yeah.
Caleb and Lincoln says LSU way over Ohio State for wide receivers.
Not recent.
Jefferson, Chase.
That's been how many years?
Neighbors, Thomas Jr.
Dang, that is true.
I'm just I lean
But
Ohio State.
But if you go Ohio State over time, like it's not close. But yes, recent. I mean, I think Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson put them in another strategy.
Yeah.
But if Marvin Harrison Jr. gets busy like he did towards the end of the season, then you got another conversation coming here real quick. And let me tell you something. Jeremiah Smith is better than them all.
That's a fact.
Woo!
Right now.
Can you throw Alabama in there without
Alabama?
Can you? It's crazy that
Alabama was wide receiver
without really quarterback. I mean,
Julio, Amari, Ruggs, Waddle,
you got
Devontae.
Waddle, you got everybody right now. In Alabama, you might they got Slim Reaper.
Ryan
and
Williams.
He cold-blooded too.
I'm saying.
Right. And you know what?
Who's defensive you?
Georgia.
Right now, it was Bama. Now it's Georgia. It was Bama for like 20 years.
What say y'all? What 402-464-5685, what universities could you attribute a U? I don't care. Safety U, D-line U, cornerback U, whatever it is. I want to hear what y'all thoughts, because that's just something I thought about in topic pong for today after the good white wine.
Better claim to tight end U, Iowa or Michigan?
Penn State.
That boy saw Pat Fryermuth. Tyler Warren said tight end U.
I'd probably say Iowa.
Iowa, Michigan. Well, Michigan has, who do they got?
Michigan's had a decent
Jake
run.
Butt.
I mean, your boy Loveland. They've had not maybe like first round draft picks, but they've had a pipeline.
It's Iowa.
I'd have to say Iowa for tight ends.
You got T.J. Hawkinson and Noah Fant went first round.
And your boy.
Yeah, George Kittle.
Kittle.
And then you got your boy Lachey this year. And I'm sure we missing Alt the cat. He transferred from Michigan. He cold-blooded. It's got to be Iowa right now. Is Laporta, Sam Laporta?
Porta too.
Man,
Come on, man.
Sam Laporta, man. At Big Ten Media Days, he was talking cash junk.
Word.
He's like, oh, yeah, we like beating y'all.
Caleb in Lincoln says Nebraska is 3-point loss U.
Ooh.
That's tough, man. Caleb, come on now.
Caleb, it's 4 o'clock. The weekend has already started. That's not necessary.
That's not necessary.
You know you off work right now, Caleb. Come on now. You know you off work.
Iowa is punter U.
We're going to put him back to work.
Yeah. Call you in tomorrow. Vacation canceled.
Michigan's kicker U. They got your boy Moody.
Okay.
And they got the other dude.
I would argue they might be defensive line U recently. They've had a run.
Besides Georgia?
Yeah. I mean,
yeah, they had a run.
Quiddy Pay, Rashawn Gary.
Who's safety U?
Graham.
South Carolina?
Chris Jenkins Jr.
Yeah.
You know who on the sneak always puts in defensive lineman?
Clemson.
Yeah, Clemson. Clemson had that year. They went on a run, and old boy Farrell got the byproduct. He was a bust. is on the sneak a sneaky good like NFL production university is Tennessee.
Yeah,
you got your boy James Curse.
Who's offensive line U?
Ohio State or Bama.
Iowa's in that conversation. Wisconsin used to be. They've fallen off a little bit.
They used to be.
Yeah. I say Ohio State or Bama.
Yeah, probably.
But I think Ohio State guys play better in the league. Bama guys.
I mean, shoot Michigan on the low.
Yeah, Michigan too.
Mm-hmm.
But like Bama guys be dominant in college. They get up in the pros, can't bust a grade.
Who's linebacker you? Penn State?
Besides Georgia?
Yeah. I don't think Georgia's linebacker core.
I mean, Iowa's had a run there too, unfortunately.
Iowa. How they?
I think Penn State by linebackers.
Who?
At least really good college linebackers.
Yeah.
I think DN you got to look up at Penn State too with what they've been putting out as of late.
Yeah.
DNs.
Yeah, you got your boy Chop Chop. Mm-hmm. And with a name like Chop Chop, you got to give him a little bit more respect.
Yeah. What else?
Iowa linebacker Chauncey Golston, Anthony Nelson. Got to scroll down a little bit. Jay Higgins, Josie Jewell, Nick Jackson.
Yeah, we done.
Nah, bruh.
All right, fair enough.
Penn State, it don't matter. Penn State could be 2-10. They putting the linebacker in the league.
For real, though.
They put the linebacker in the league.
Yeah.
Quick.
Let's turn our attention to our second drink of the day, the lemon shandy cider. from Glacial Till.
Glacial
Local
Till with a
people.
little summer shandy.
Dang,
Indeed,
bro, you
down
gave
in,
us a lot of this
down
one.
in Palmyra. Well,
Didn't he?
Joe gave us 2 cans, so we all got
Oh.
about 6 ounces of the 12-ounce can.
It's
It comes
cider,
in
or has it got some-
5.5%. Lemon,
some thang
shandy,
in there?
cider. 5.5%.
I like it.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely
That's a pounder for sure.
Dangerous.
That's a pounder for sure.
Dangerous.
Yeah.
Tastes like lemonade with like a little hint of like apple juice.
Yeah,
Obviously, 'cause it's
that want
cider.
to get you in trouble.
Straight trouble. Like Bernie Mac said, trouble.
Yeah, it'll get you in trouble.
We
If you
thought
don't get up out my face, it's gonna be trouble.
we
Trouble.
thought Pittsburgh was in trouble with TJ Watt. No longer.
Pasta.
3 years, $123
Ooh,
million
Lord, have mercy.
on the contract for TJ Watt.
41
Making him, I
stack
believe,
overs.
the
How
highest
mu- how
paid
much-
non-quarterback in football history.
How much guaranteed though?
Let's see what we can find here. How much guaranteed money on the
It's a 2-year
contract
deal
for TJ
for what?
Watt?
80
108 fully guaranteed at signing.
Ew, Claude.
So only $5 million a year is not guaranteed. He's guaranteed $36 million a year. Highest average for any non-quarterback in NFL history.
You talk about break bread 2010.
Bruh.
I would let me tell you something. I would be bumping Juvenile up and I'm gonna tell you. Hey,
Back that Brinks up.
Hey, let me tell you something.
Back
man.
that Brinks up.
Let me tell you something, man. I rode around 610 in Houston when I broke bread for 3 hours.
Nobody telling
Bumping
you.
8-ball and MJD.
Oh,
lay
yeah.
it down, lay it down.
Coming down. Oh, lay it down.
Thumping. Bump, 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 bump. Filling up with gas. Bump, bump. If I'm TJ Watt.
Whew.
What are you bumping riding around Pittsburgh?
Oh, that song they play at the what is it? The song they play like in between on third and fourth quarter.
Black and Yellow? Wiz Khalifa?
No, I'll probably play that, but it's some other one. It's like a hard metal song. It gets the whole place crazy. We gotta have Pittsburgh fans out here. I didn't even realize that there's that many Pittsburgh fans in Lincoln. They must remind me of old school Nebraska. Hard nose.
Renegade by
Yeah.
Styx. Oh, that. Yeah.
I pulled out the locker or out the players lot with the Renegade bumping.
How about that?
But but I'm definitely taking my players out. We're gonna have a nice little celebration.
Strick, we're starting this one with you because I know where Jay's going to go. You get to start your defensive franchise with one Watt brother, JJ or TJ. Who are you taking?
JJ.
Which one?
JJ.
You going JJ?
Yeah.
Final answer?
Final answer.
Jay?
If I'm at their prime,
You get to start your defensive franchise with one of them. Factor everything you want into consideration.
I'm doing TJ.
I'm doing JJ because JJ can switch and go from out in. So I'm getting more bang for my buck. That's why I say JJ.
Why are you taking TJ? Jay?
I just think he's being
You
able
go
to
3 technique,
rush the passer
5,
from the
8,
outside, and
or
he's
9.
a really good football player.
Okay.
But you can't. I mean, just imagine that household. The other brother was a fullback. You know what I'm saying?
Well, JJ was a tight end there for a while.
He was, and then he leveled up. I don't know how he did it.
And he was a walk-on, wasn't he?
They said that you could walk on when he transferred. I was scouting with Houston, and I went to his pro day, and they had him doing outside linebacker drills. And I remember being there like with Wade Phillips, and I was like, y'all wasting his time. He's 6'6", 275 pounds. You got him dropping in the flat.
Yeah.
You already know he's athletic. He just jumped 38 inches.
Yeah.
You wasting his time.
Yeah.
And you know what's crazy? Nobody wanted to draft him except Wade. Wade literally, he don't really say nothing. First of all, he used to get flack in Buffalo because he ain't wearing no headset. Right? Wade would be chilling.
Yeah.
Like if I had my helmet off, it's just me and Wade talking. Hey, man, good job. I don't know what good call it was. It's good. He had no headset on. He got up on there and was like, I'll put my whole career in paycheck for him.
Wow.
He's like, I think he's going to be the next Howie Long.
Woo! Did JJ pass Howie?
Probably stat wise, but Howie was different. It's a different game back then. You got to be ready for a fight when you show up when you played it back then. They would literally. Howie Long was next generation.
Yeah,
Howie Long, 8-time Pro Bowler, 2-time All-Pro, 1-time Super Bowl champ, and Hall of Fame All-80s team. J.J. Watt, 5-time Pro Bowl, 5-time All-Pro, Hall of Fame All-2010s, 3-time Defensive Player of the Year, and Walter Payton Award
winner. Yeah.
You can't go wrong with it.
Can't go wrong with his career.
Where did Howie Long go to college?
Villanova.
Dang, you're quick on that. Good stuff.
That's because I know Chris.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense. All right, Stricky, yo boys down in Dallas now have a decision to make on Micah Parsons. If TJ Watt got 36 guaranteed, $41 million a year.
Oh man, he's doing the White House again.
Where does Micah Parsons get to?
Irvin again.
Where does he get to? Where does Micah Parsons get to?
He exceeds that by at least $3-4 million. If it's reset. Oh wait, they gotta make the decision on it, right?
Yeah.
Somebody paying him.
They could have extended him and signed him at any point here.
But
they waited.
Here's where your boys, the Cowboys consistently drop the ball. If you ain't learned your lesson with Dak, then you came right back. First of all, you did it with Ezekiel. You went way above market, paid the price, came back with Dak. Then you went in the weeds with CD. Next, now you got wait. Then you also went with the other DN. What's his name? Before he was on the other side at one point. They messed up with him too.
Zach Martin, Tyron Smith?
No, DN.
DeMarcus Lawrence?
Yes, you did it with him too, and now you're about to do it again.
So you think they should have paid him before?
Yeah. They consistently kick the ball down, let the market reset, and get hit upside the head. And you can't really, you really can't do it.
Yeah.
You really can't do it. You got Dak, CD, and now you got to try to do him.
Pickens.
Yeah, Pickens
too. Man, bro, you aid out. Looking like, no, let me
Oh, I know you would. I know you were going to.
Let me be quiet.
Shay.
See, that's why you know Stricky. You know what Stricky was going to say.
That was funny. That was a good one, though. You need that on a podcast.
We need that
after dark.
Yeah, on the block after dark.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Michael Parsons is easily, and the thing is, I'd probably say
deservingly so.
Deservingly so. That's smart on him. I know he's probably been frustrated, but now he got paid. So Jerry Jones, you can't call that man unless you're talking 41, 42, 43.
It's got to be 41.5 at the minimum.
At the minimum.
At the bare minimum.
And that's if I'm giving but if I'm giving you just 41.5, then I want more than 105 guaranteed.
108
right.
guaranteed.
Yeah.
Got to be 115 guaranteed.
That's why I said 3 to 5 million.
No trade
more.
clause, and I want access to one of your jets and that yacht. On top of that, business expense.
Do you pull if you're Micah Parsons?
Do you
take that
Rewind
plus prime equity?
Now listen, you know
too late for that.
Jerry Jones ain't doing that. You know that. Jerry Jones that's written in the bylaws.
Yeah,
they looking at family history. No,
we can't.
No, your bloodline ain't right.
All right, good stuff. We'll put an end to Thirsty Thursday topic pong there. Big shout out to Myers Cork and Bottle for coming through with Caposaldo, Pinot Grigio, and some lemon shandy cider courtesy of Glacial Till. When we get back, I found my numbers on Dana Holgorsen run pass. What will that look like for Nebraska? And some breaking news out of the NBA. That's how we'll wrap up our show. Stick with us for the last half an hour of On the Block.
Download our app by searching for 93.7 The Ticket in your app store to stay in touch and listen all day wherever you are. More of On the Block next on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Load up on meat and more this spring at The Mercado by Certified Piedmontese with great selections of T-bones, tomahawks, ribeyes, filet mignon, brisket, sirloin, and so much more. The Mercado has locations at 84th and Havelock, 30th and Yankee Hill, and now 85th and Old Cheney in Lincoln, where you can have $2 draft beer every Thursday night from 4 to 8 p.m. and half-price espresso drinks on Fridays from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Get to The Mercado today for the best meat in town.
Are you looking to upgrade or improve the garage door on your home? This is Cameron Hall of Doors Plus. At Doors Plus, we guarantee to offer a wide selection of options from 5 leading garage door manufacturers as we deliver a free estimate, exact measurements, and rapid installation with a 3 to 5 week time frame. When you choose Doors Plus for your residential garage door needs, you'll work with our experienced technicians and be ensured that your new door seamlessly complements your home. Give us a call at 402-590-5800 or visit us online at DoorsPlusLLC.com. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
While folks love all of Hog Wild's award-winning barbecue options, many have a real soft spot for the Carolina pulled pork sandwich. Hog Wild serves their tender, slow-smoked pulled pork on a soft bun and piles it high with tangy coleslaw. There's nothing else on the menu like it. The added bonus? You get to have a side dish like curly fries or baked beans. Order online at GoHogWild.com. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, 3210 Cornhusker Highway in Lincoln.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
Keep summer green with Judson Baleen and Judson Irrigation. More than 40 years ago, Judson Irrigation started taking in orphans. Lawn sprinkler systems installed by a quickie, cheapy summer job, install them and forget them outfit, long forgotten. Call Judson Irrigation. They'll never forget you.
Keep summer green. Call Judson Irrigation, 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
Hi, folks. The weather is for sure heating up, and Coppell Chevrolet GMC is following suit. The discounts are really as good as they've ever been. $14,500 off list price, or 0% financing on select new models. Folks, you heard that right. Smoking hot deals at Coppell. $14,500 off list price, or 0% APR. So take that short drive down 144th Street or at CoppellCars.com. STK number G269520. All deals with trade-in and approved credit.
Mike, I've been thinking our house could really use a makeover. How about new siding?
I've been thinking the same thing. Have you heard of James Hardy?
Yes! Sarah down the street had Roofing Service Company install James Hardy siding on their home, and they love it.
Roofing Service Company does have great reviews.
They took her through the design process and made everything super easy.
Roofing Service Company offers expert design and installation. Couple that with James Hardy's durable products and variety of colors, you and your family will love your exterior remodel. Just visit roofingservicecompany.com. That's roofingservicecompany.com.
Tune in to live coverage of Big Ten Media Days from the Mandalay Bay Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas, July 22nd through 24th on 93.7 The Ticket. Join Derek Pearson, Jay Foreman, Nick Sainert, and Austin Orman as they bring you exclusive conversations with Big Ten coaches, players, and sports media professionals while getting you ready for the upcoming college football season. Big Ten Media Days coverage is presented by Advanced Medical Imaging, Stevenson Smith Construction, Currency, Warhorse Casino, Gary Michaels Clothiers, and League One Volleyball.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
What's better than supporting your favorite radio station and eating delicious Nebraska-made products? Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska wants to highlight you, the listener on the 93.7 The Ticket Wall of Fame at the store. Stop by the store at 48th and R in Lincoln and see their huge variety of small batch gourmet jerky. Or if you're not in the area and want to try some, go to smokinggunjerky.com and enter code EARLY for 10% off your purchase. It's the ultimate low-calorie, high-protein snack at Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska.
Don't miss the 8th Annual Wing Fest on Saturday, July 26th at Haymarket Park from 5 till 8 p.m. Local restaurants will be serving wings from 5 to 7 p.m. with live music going until 8. Ice cream and beverages will also be available for purchase, and all the proceeds from the event will go to benefit students in the local community. Get your tickets today at wingfestlincoln.com and make sure you attend the 8th Annual Wing Fest at Haymarket Park on July 26th.
Now back to On the Block with Eric Strickland, Jay Foreman, and Austin Orman.
As advertised, I found my numbers on the run-pass ratios for Dana Holgerson's teams. We'll get into that in just a sec, but first we got to tell you about our friends at Heartland of Nebraska Windows. They're based out of Hallam, Nebraska, and they offer a free estimate, full window replacements, all vinyl triple-pane windows, and a lifetime warranty on everything while keeping their prices affordable. Heartland of Nebraska Windows is locally and family-owned with their own team of installers. Give Heartland of Nebraska Windows a call today for more info at 402-430-3852. Or visit them online at heartlandofnebraskawindows.com. Austin, Jay, and Strick with you for another half an hour or so here during On the Block. Old School and Ticket weeknights coming up yet tonight. Royals return to the airwaves tomorrow, 6:10 first pitch in Miami against the Marlins for the boys in blue. Fellas, if you had to guess, so Dana Holgerson, since 2005, has been in coaching, hasn't taken a year off, and this does not factor in Nebraska last year. Out of the 20 seasons, or I guess 18 seasons from 2005 to 2023, how many times do you think Dana Holgerson has rushed the ball more than he's passed the ball?
I'm going to say twice.
Stricky says 2 times. Jay, what say you?
Because I know he did it.
8.
We'll kind of split the difference. It was 4. He did it back-to-back years at West Virginia, 2015 and 2016.
With no namers.
Did it in...
with no name running back. Make that...
Okay,
no.
So 2015, 2016, his leading running back, Wendell Smallwood.
Right. No namers.
The next year, it was Justin Crawford.
If he can't do it with Emmett Johnson, there's a problem. He did it with some no-namers.
Next time
Guys
he did
that didn't even smell the NFL.
Next time he did it was at Houston.
No, you're not going to get off that bar. That was a bar.
Next time he did it was at Houston with Kyle Porter and Patrick Carr. And then...
DJ Khaled, another 2.
And then here's a little bit of a name. 2020, what would that be? 2021 at Houston, Alton McCaskill.
DJ Khaled, another one.
Yeah.
I at least vaguely remember that name.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Austin. You hear him?
Here he comes. Here he comes, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Then he gonna have
I'm not saying I can tell you much about it, but the name rings a light bell.
That bell is
faintly
bronze
ringing.
fake.
Okay, so then here's the next question. How many times has Dana Holgerson passed the ball more than 55% of the time in a season?
How many years has he coached?
This is out of 18 seasons, essentially.
Oh, then the rest of it.
I said more than 55% of the time, not just more than he's passed it.
7.
Jay?
10.
Cap.
It was 7.
You know what I'm talking about.
It was his years at Texas Tech under Leach. He was 66-34, 75-25, 75-25. He was 60-40 run pass his first year at Houston under Kevin Sumlin, then 65-35. Then
Strick is here.
2011, his first year as head coach at West Virginia, it was 56-44, and then it was 56-44 again in 2022 at Houston.
Are you going to acknowledge that?
You nailed it.
I need you to play that. Strick is here. No, I'm just I knew he was going to do it.
I got you.
Strick is here.
The most common outcome for a Dana Holgerson offense is to be in the range of 55-45 either way. That's most common.
That's what I told you.
That's been half the time in his career.
I told him that.
You
55-45.
55-45.
Now,
but if we ain't running the ball, we got to throw that thing 50, 60% of the time. You better you better start playing pitch and catch.
Footwork better be right.
We might need some of that old 49ers passing game when they couldn't run the ball. Just use them running backs out the backfield.
Or that Miami Dolphin to Mark Duper and Clayton.
Yeah.
Austin don't have no clue who those two are.
That does not ring a bell. I'll be honest about that one. Yes, 7 seasons where Dana Holgorsen has been greater than 55-45 pass heavy. 4 seasons where he's been greater than 50% run. And 8 seasons where it's within a 10-point swing. For his air raid reputation, Dana Holgersen's not afraid to run the ball.
He ran it last year.
But see, for me, I think Dana Holgersen this is what I like about him. He looks at his personnel. He takes into account what's given to him, what he's got, who his line is, who his quarterback. Do I got something? And he adjusts. There's not a. There are coordinators that are literally, this is who I am.
Yeah.
But I can see that
you know, when he was at West Virginia, he did it with all different types of receivers, different body types, from Tavon Austin to who's the last dude that was there, the big tall white
Stedman
dude.
Bailey was there. David Sills was there.
Heck, our wide receiver coach,
Dakel Shorts.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he's a bigger receiver, so he'll gonna get down. Don't matter who is at. Or
Kevin White,
for real,
cold blooded.
Kevin, listen, if I'm Dane Key or anything like that,
I'm sitting down next to him. I'm over here like this.
All I want to know is, how did you get Kevin White to be drafted top 10?
Because Kevin White was cold in college.
I'm sitting next to Holgersen like this.
Yeah, we running that tape, and I want exactly them routes, because he went into Chicago, he could bust a grape. But I gotta get paid, right? All them.
How do I finagle and finesse the system?
So you go from all those guys we talked about. Kevin White's at the top end, right? Being the top 10 pick. Then you have a guy, even though he's got injured the last 2 years, but when he came in as a rookie, he tore this league up. Tank Dell.
Oh, Tank Dell.
Nobody could
do
check
nothing with him. Yeah.
And he got a couple freak injuries, and they said he's coming back like Return of the Jedi. So it lets
just to get locked down by Travarius Ward, but that's all right.
Here you go. But that lets you know it doesn't matter who's out there. He's equal opportunity employer. Get open. He already said it at the press conference. He's like, I don't care where you from. Get open.
Yeah. Period.
Yeah.
That part.
Let's get into this from Bada Bing. How do you think the depth chart at wide receiver pans out? First 3 guys, let's say Nebraska comes out in 3 wide. Who are the first 3 on the field?
Dangy, Hunter, and Barney.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, who's the next 3?
That's where the competition.
That's where the competition kick in.
That's where it get thick.
I think Demetrius Bell is in there, behind Ja'Cory Barney, coming off the knee injury. He was supposed to play last year, not Ja'Cory Barney. People forget. Quinn Clark, maybe. Cortez Mills, maybe.
I think Mills. Mose.
Moved to running back.
What?
That's the talk. Yeah, that Isaiah Mosey got moved to running back.
Okay, we'll just go Mills. Let's say Bell. I know I'm missing somebody. Quinn Clark.
Yep. I like his big body. He got big
paws.
He out there like Al Toon.
Right?
You remember Al Toon?
He don't remember.
Al Toon out of Pennsylvania.
No, you don't remember Al.
You don't remember.
And Al Toon, you don't remember Al Toon Jr. from
Al
Wisconsin?
Toon was big boy, big body.
Yeah, he's like a Harold Carmichael.
Other wide receivers, Keelan Smith is listed as a wide receiver. Jackson Carpenter listed as wide receiver. Brandon Riley type out of Southwest.
Harold Carmichael was like an earlier version of like Randy Moss with that long stride. Like he's like a gazelle out there.
Here's another dude then, Jeremiah Jones. Nebraska starting him at wide receiver. 4-star from Murray, Kentucky.
Yeah, he can do his thing.
I'm sitting right next to
top
Holmes.
3. Then I think you throw in Mims, Clark, Bell,
Jones,
and then
you're probably good.
Yeah,
if you have a solid 6.
Yeah, and then you throw in. Then also he's not technically a receiver. You got to throw Bonner in there.
Sure.
Because he's
where does Carter sit?
Carter Nelson.
Oh,
he's probably in there
as long as he's healthy.
He's more of a kind of.
He's
Those
a
guys,
hybrid.
Those guys are hybrids.
Yeah.
X factor.
I think if you have a good receiving core with an X factor like that, the matchups are matching up.
Man,
in your favor.
they got a lot of different body types. They have. Listen, I could tell you this about the team. And I don't know much. They finally have a lot of options, which in the years past or decades past, at times Nebraska didn't have a lot of options. That's why they had to overfeed and force feed one player at certain positions, which worked out well. But when you talked about when you got to beat upper echelons teams, they're easy to defense. Now they have a lot of options. The players should know there's a lot of options, right? Now, granted, the top three, you're probably solid, but there's still, money to be made. The biggest problem with that is that now here in a couple of weeks or whenever camp starts, the players that aren't in that top three, that means Dane Key, Hunter, Barney.
They in the transfer portal.
You better start. You better have done whatever you needed to do to become an answer. Because what this transfer portal and Matt Rule and company has showed you, they're going to give you every chance to be successful. They don't care if you're from Idaho, Timbuktu, or Mars. If you can play, you're going to play. And now you have an opportunity because you got to think Dane Key's a senior, and then everybody else is going to age up.
Yeah.
So if you're not moving up that depth chart and making some noise every single day and earning their trust, and then earning Dylan's trust and Dana's trust and Short's trust, then you in some trouble.
Last thing then, tight end position. Stricky brought it up a little bit there. Is it Lindenmeyer, Harburg, and everyone else? Do you think anyone else can maybe crack that tight end rotation?
I think big boy from I think the transfer from LSU, if he's healthy.
Mac Markway. Okay.
I think he's a good looking athlete.
6'4", 260.
From where?
Transferred in from LSU midseason last year.
He just showed up, right?
Yeah,
just
pretty much out of the blue.
Days. He's like, hey, I'm here.
Hello.
Hey, I just how they said people used to jump in their car and just push somewhere on the map.
Drive.
I'm leaving Baton Rouge and ended up in Lincoln. I think he could be. And then I think my man from Papillion, La Vista South.
Ingerson?
Yeah.
Regular Papio.
Yeah, whatever. It's all the same. Yeah, he's from Papio.
That's like saying Bellevue East and Bellevue West are the same, which bad example. They are the same.
But I
watch
think,
your mouth, son.
I think inline blocking, he could do some damage. Big old kid. You got to think,
there's also a kid from Bloomington, Jay. Danny King.
Yeah, I know, man. He was cold-blooded too, man.
Bloomington Jefferson.
That's his only downfall. That's his only downfall. He didn't want to take the extra 15-minute drive.
Go to the place where champions are born and raised.
Yeah, man. You know what, though? One of my favorite players, Ian Drouse. I want to give a shout out to Dave and Sarah Drouse. They were up in Minnesota this past weekend when we were playing basketball. They played in must have been a Legion game. They beat my Eagles, man. And the Eagles,
Rude.
yeah, and it was at Eden Prairie. And they said that the Eagles didn't take the loss well. They said they wanted to scrap after. They want to fight.
And
after
Jay's
the game.
like, dang right.
Hey, check this out. Did you hear that Millard South is going to be well, they're the number one team in the state right now. They're going to be playing
in Vegas.
In Vegas against the number 2 team in out of Nevada.
Yeah, they played in Arizona last year.
Yeah, I like that. Let's go. But here's the thing: they got some moolah. So you can do things like that when you got some moolah.
Got moolah.
They got some moolah.
No, you think Westside got moolah?
They got super moolah.
I think they fundraise for it, but I think the good
They
thing
got moolah.
I think they've recruited enough players that majority of them are going power. They're all going places. They got a high percentage of the guys are going places, and eventually the guys behind them are going places. So they're right as of right now trying to.
Yeah,
they're trying to be like a IMG where you play out of town.
I like that. I actually like that.
I mean, it's but if you know the background on them cats, they've been playing travel football for a long time. I remember talking to Jake Jackson's dad. I was like, "Hey, man, how you playing 4 games in a week? That's not even like possible." But it works out because they got athletes upon it. They don't have a weakness except for the coach that won state last year left.
For Chandler.
Yeah. Went back to
AZ. Yeah.
He think he was John Madden. He was out there. He was out there trying to, like, when they start losing, he was like, "Oh, we're gonna start breaking necks." This is a free for all.
Yeah.
Late hits.
Yeah.
He DDT'd old little poor kid from East. Suplexed him.
Golly.
Boom. Out the game. DDT'd him like Jake the Snake Rob. Remember what Jake the Snake? Yeah.
Jake the Snake Plumber.
Yeah. No, Rob.
That's the only Jake the Snake I acknowledge. Jake the Snake Plumber.
He don't know about
Sorry,
Jimmy
Jake.
Superfly. Snooker.
Yeah.
He don't know about.
Yeah, they're gonna
I
be
did
tough
not-
this
you're
year,
correct.
though, man.
DP know about Jimmy Superfly.
Snooker.
Yeah. There are a few of them out there.
You know about Dame Dollar?
He got away from murder.
Dame Dollar did not get away with murder. I find that hard to believe. He
No,
is going
Jimmy
back to
Superfly
Portland.
did.
We'll
Yeah.
talk about that to wrap up the show.
Follow Austin Strick and On the Block on Twitter at Austin Orman, eStrick20, and On the Block 93.7. More of On the Block coming up.
Load up on meat and more this spring at The Mercado by Certified Piedmontese with great selections of T-bones, tomahawks, ribeyes, filet mignon, brisket, sirloin, and so much more. The Mercado has locations at 84th and Havelock, 30th and Yankee Hill, and now 85th and Old Cheney in Lincoln, where you can have $2 draft beer every Thursday night from 4 to 8 p.m. and half-price espresso drinks on Fridays from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Get to The Mercado today for the best meat in town.
Keep summer green with Judson Bylene and Judson Irrigation. More than 40 years ago, Judson Irrigation started taking in orphans. Lawn sprinkler systems installed by a quickie, cheapy summer job, install 'em and forget 'em outfit, long forgotten. Call Judson Irrigation. They'll never forget you.
Keep summer green. Call Judson Irrigation 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Are you looking to upgrade or improve the garage door on your home? This is Cameron Hall of Doors Plus. At Doors Plus, we guarantee to offer a wide selection of options from 5 leading garage door manufacturers as we deliver a free estimate, exact measurements, and rapid installation with a 3 to 5 week time frame. When you choose Doors Plus for your residential garage door needs, you'll work with our experienced technicians and be ensured that your new door seamlessly complements your home. Give us a call at 402-590-5800 or visit us online at doorsplusllc.com. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
We strive to help people get into home ownership. That is the American dream. Having something that you can go home at night and say, this is mine, is very important. The great thing about Remington Homes is affordability.
Bob Benish of Aspen Builders, talking about their exciting new division, Remington Homes, which makes the home building process easier.
The exciting thing about a Remington home is you get to choose your floor plan from predetermined floor plans. We give you a lot of choices, and you couple that with our great lot selection in all different areas. People do not want to be married to their house payment. They want to get a nice house with nice finishes in a great area for an affordable price. And that's what Remington Homes are all about.
Home building is easier with a Remington home from Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at remingtonlincoln.com. remingtonlincoln.com.
Mike, I've been thinking our house could really use a makeover. How about new siding?
I've been thinking the same thing. Have you heard of James Hardy?
Yes. Sarah down the street had roofing service company install James Hardy siding on their home, and they love it.
Roofing Service Company does have great reviews.
They took her through the design process and made everything super easy.
Roofing Service Service Company offers expert design and installation. Couple that with James Hardy's durable products and variety of colors, you and your family will love your exterior remodel. Just visit roofingservicecompany.com. That's roofingservicecompany.com.
Don't miss the 8th Annual Wing Fest on Saturday, July 26th at Haymarket Park from 5 till 8 p.m. Local restaurants will be serving wings from 5 to 7 p.m. with live music going until 8. Ice cream and beverages will also be available for purchase, and all the proceeds from the event will go to benefit students in the local community. Get your tickets today at wingfestlincoln.com and make sure you attend the 8th Annual Wing Fest at Haymarket Park on July 26th.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Hi, folks. The weather is for sure heating up, and Coppell Chevrolet GMC is following suit. The discounts are really as good as they've ever been. $14,500 off list price, or 0% financing on select new models. Folks, you heard that right. Smoking hot deals at Coppell. $14,500 off list price, or 0% APR. So take that short drive down 144th Street or at koppelcars.com. STK number G269520. All deals with trade-in and approved credit.
This July, Acres is celebrating the birth of our nation. The fireworks include the opportunity to save big with great pricing on our late model John Deere ag equipment. Plus, you can lock in interest rates as low as 1.9% on select used John Deere planters, tractors, sprayers, and combines. Red hot rates combined with our explosive discounts make July the perfect time to buy and save. Don't wait. These deals won't last long. Visit acres.com for all the details. That's AKRS.com. Restrictions apply. Offer until July 31st, 2025. Subproof financing. Offer may change anytime without notice.
Now back to On the Block with Eric Strickland, Jay Foreman, and Austin Orman.
We're wrapping up the show here for a Thirsty Thursday. Final segment brought to you by Love Volleyball Omaha. Get your season tickets or renew them today, lovboma.com. Breaking news out of the NBA. Big numbers for Dame Dolla. He is set to finalize a 3-year, $42 million contract to return to the Portland Trail Blazers. Deal is expected to include a player option in 2028 and a no-trade clause. Shams from ESPN tweets this. Lillard will now have a 2025-26 set salary of $70 million between his Portland and Milwaukee deals and a salary of $141 million over the next 2 years ahead of the player option in 2027.
You talk about a golden parachute.
For a franchise legend.
You talk about a golden parachute. Hey, listen, sometimes it's the same. For me, it's the same mentality of it's where your boy dropped the ball. Ben Simmons. You're always your best bet is who first drafted you. And when you close that door, the other person may not like you to the same tune that the people that invested in you are. So he blew that by not doing what Kobe told him to do, work on your game, develop, grow, similar to what LeBron did. Take out just your athleticism, work on stretching your game out, and he didn't do that. And he fell out. Dame, the best thing that he did to me was not burn bridges. He didn't handle it in the media. He allowed the pressure to come from outside sources. He goes to a pretty good spot, and you're able to return. And maybe Portland's your place.
Yeah, I mean, he played the game within the game. I always say that for me, the only mistake I made, or I only somewhat regret, is probably how I probably handled the trade. Now, I don't think that affected me ever going back to Buffalo, but I just think I could have handled it with a little bit more couth or in the moment class. And Dame's did it, and he's essentially getting
$70 million to rehab this year.
Well, he's getting $14 million from Portland to rehab. The 56 was coming anyway.
Right.
He's getting $14 million for the simple fact that he handled a long, stretched out trade that he never asked for a trade until they said, "Will you please ask for a trade?" Because he could have got traded the year before he left.
And the year before that, and the year before that, and the year
he never
before
did,
that.
and he re-upped, and he trusted him, and even when they let him down multiple times, remember he I think he delayed either getting paid or took a little bit less.
So that they can go out and try to get it.
And they brought in
didn't do
Jeremy
nothing.
Grant and all that, and which was, they were supposed to, they were in line for some guys, and they struck out on all three, and then, so forth and so on. So it's a good example of you do things right, keep your nose clean on and, off the court, be excellent in the community. It will come back to you tenfold when you're in a time of need. And he's going back to a familiar place, and a place that he probably feels like is as much as a home right now as anything late in his career.
That's a lot of veteran leadership in that backcourt too, between Dame and Drew. Now, probably going to get 1 year together. My guess would be next year, but that's going to be good for Scoot, for Shaedon Sharpe, as long as they keep him around. And I think that's going to be a really good tone setter for Chauncey Billups up there as well, as he continues to try to flesh out his program.
Yeah, I mean, you got the besides Clyde Drexler, maybe Bill Walton, the most popular player in Blazers history, essentially being
followed closely by Greg Oden.
and
Brandon Roy.
And being
Roy.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Roy.
Unfortunately, injuries killed his because he was a monster.
LaMarcus Aldridge, probably not far down that list. LaMarcus was a baller, man.
He could go, but
he was close. But he didn't have the presence.
Yeah,
right?
I don't think he's.
But you got a really in locker room coach. You got a guy that's gonna get 1,000% correct or respect, and he can communicate directly with Chauncey. Chauncey can, speed up the process of maturity of the young guys because you have a guy. Well, number one, he's rehabbing and helping. That's it, and he's coaching somewhat. So good for him.
Tomorrow on the block, we'll be out at BP with DP at Haymarket Park, as will Old School. That'll be from 3 to 6. Stricky and I will be out there. Jay, I know you're hitting the road, but not quite yet. What's coming up on Old School?
Some NFL news, obviously, with TJ Watt getting paid. Got some other stuff going on now with training camp coming along. You had, with TJ Watt getting paid, does Jalen Ramsey get paid or stay where he's at? But more importantly, how motivated are the Baltimore Ravens now?
Right.
Yeah. And so, there's a lot going on. I mean, there's competition's thick, man. So a lot of NFL news going on, some comings and goings, and then obviously Stephon Diggs update.
There we go. Yeah. Stricky, we'll see you out at Haymarket tomorrow.
Show you right.
For Strick, for Jay, I'm Austin. Old School, former Norman. Coming up next.
Are you ready for a new opportunity?